Ah, hello. I'll move over. What's going on? I figured I'd be okay. Yeah, I know. I'm late to my own pop-up. Shut up. I had to get the other camera hooked up. And also hope it doesn't fall. It's currently sitting on a 5-gallon bucket, being held up by a thing of fish food. So I'm hoping it don't fall. But I haven't shown the 40 breeder on camera since I set it up and put the plants in. So I figured I'd do a quickie and be like, yo, here's what the tank looks like. I also don't get to look at it too often myself since it sits behind me. So it's a win-win for me. So I go this way. I'm sorry I interrupted your Trixie Mattel videos then. I'm so sorry. I really do love the albino cories that I picked up at the swap, though. I think they add a nice pop there because you could actually see them. So how's everybody doing? I was looking, I'm like, where the heck are all the streams? And then there were no streams. So I was like, screw it. We're going to go live and do a quick one because I don't know how long this is going to last. Hey, Leo, what's going on? Hope all is well. Whipped Zen, hello. Let me make sure I do that. Of course, I'd start coughing the second we go live because why wouldn't I? What was Trixie's video about, Zen? Oh, I love the Zodiac loaches. Such fun creatures to watch. So I wonder if I turn this off. Oh, that is 10 times better. I'll just work off of one monitor. I can do that, right? Surely I can use one monitor that's over here so you guys think I'm not looking at you. Hi, I'm looking at this monitor. Boom. That's what I want to click on. Close that. Okay. Now we should be good to go. Sweet. Oh, did she launch another cosmetic line? Also, I still find it funny that we share the same name. I mean, the 60 breeder has the same footprint as the 75, right, Leo? I personally would say go with the 60, especially if you want to do a video on it and it's a new thing that a lot of people don't have yet. There you go. Do a review on it. Nano Aquarium guy, thank you for these suggestions for that the basket. That was very helpful. I don't know my budget, so I'm trying to, pick and choose things, but I do like the idea of a couple things you suggested. So. Oh, okay, Zen. I mean, we're not going to go super long. As you can see, most of the dwarf swords that I planted in this tank died. That's the remnants of them in the front there. Dwarf Sag is hanging a little bit. The Val on the sides and back is doing good. The Hornwort disappeared. Hey, Mark. There's still some Pennywort in the back. A couple of Nubiuses that ended up floating, so I have to replant those on the tree. And then, of course, a massive clump of guppy grass there from Grant and Shelby. Grant Meter. So, but I love Yay, Leo. My shark should be here tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I love these albino aquariums. I can't get enough of them. Super glad that I ran into Veteran Aquatics and I went back and bought them. Oh no, your suggestions were good. My thing is, I'm buying most of the stuff off Amazon or other aquarium stores. So some of the things, when you factor in shipping, get a little pricey. So I might, when we're going over it, I might be like, hey, can you go to the store and buy some of this stuff? Because it might be cheaper, especially with the rocks and things. But no, the suggestions are great. I asked the members, and then I also asked on Cycle Club of York's Facebook just to get a wide different views on things, especially with the plant one. I had literally had an aquascaping kit, root tabs, and liquid fur, and I'm like, what the heck else do I put in here? The live bear one, I had a decent grasp on, but then a couple things I was like, well, what else can I add? Same thing with the cichlid one. I messaged CCY's president. I was like, what would you put in a basket for cichlid people? And he gave me some suggestions, and I was like, sweet. Excuse me. I don't know why I started coughing the second I got on stream. Oh. So what's everybody up to? So with these two filters, I know people complained about the suction cups. It seems like the one on the right is the Hygger one that attaches an air pump to it. Those suction cups are holding up. The other one is Hygger's other company, the AQQC or whatever it is. Those suction cups seem to not want to hold as well, so I got to keep pushing those on. But the other one has held, so I'm happy with that. Extremely glad I got these filters because I actually do like the concept and that you put the biomedia in the bottom. Now I'm thinking, oh no, Zen. I mean, with how fast they ship them, though, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ray, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hope you're doing well. Gold lasers, orange lasers. Orange laser Corys all the way, Leo. 100%. Aquarium salt, well, it'll be more medicinal, but it'll help a little bit. I've known people that have said they've treated it completely with using aquarium salt, Debbie. But yeah, you can definitely use it. It'll help ease some of the symptoms. Hey, John, what's going on? Yeah, I'm trying to pick thumbnails for the random pop-up things that are not boring. So I was like, let's do sharks today. I did a dolphin the other day. But yeah, you can definitely try it, Debbie. And also, cranking that heat up will help too. I don't know what fish you got in there, but if it's a cooled water tank, definitely don't do the heat. But if it's not, you definitely be good. And Debbie, I haven't forgotten about you with your stamp. Our post office didn't have the International Forever stamps. So I got to go to a different post office and get you a stamp so I can send you your stuff. So I'm debating getting. So you see how I have the water, the lotus flower, whatever the red lily thing in the front there. Can't remember the name right now. I'm thinking, do I get a couple more and put them in that? You can't see me pointing with my hand, but put them in the far left corner up toward the front a little bit, or do I just leave that space open? So it's hard to see, but in the middle where that albino Cory is right now, there is a little remnants of some chain swords in there, and then it's just a log with some moss on it. It's a dwarf aquarium, Lily. Thank you, Zen. So like it's growing in nicely right now. So I'm thinking, do I get a couple more and stick them in the back there, or do I kind of leave that open for the fishes? You know, honestly, I haven't had an issue. Hey, Sky Dancer. I haven't had an issue with these filters yet. I like that they've got those ridges in them, so it gives you a little more surface area. I still haven't cleaned them since I put them in. I should probably do a video maintaining them. Also, do you like the giant betta that's in this tank? He's hanging out there by that tree, if you can see him. Also, welcome in, Sky. New name for me. I hope you're doing well on this Tuesday afternoon. Not going to be a super long stream. Probably a little after 4. If not sooner. I think someone goes at 4, if I remember correctly. All right, so which one is it? This I thought that this one's the one that stays low to the ground, though. I keep seeing people with their dwarf aquarium lilies that stay like at the bottom and don't go up. I thought that was the lotus one that goes up. I'm so confused. I mean, when I got this thing, it only had like 1 leaf on it, so it's grown significantly. Yeah, I thought this one would hang on. Do I have the wrong? Am I thinking of the wrong plant? See, that's what the first one I had was the light wasn't very intense, so it actually did grow all the way to the top. But then I see people's pictures of them that look like, hold please, that look like this, and I'm thinking, is that what they're supposed to look like? Hey, my fish tanks, what's going on? Like, do they normally stay that low to the bottom, or are they supposed to grow up to the top? Because I've seen it both ways. I've seen where they go up, or I've seen where people had them and they stayed super low to the ground. So I'm extremely confused. No, I wanted this setting. There we go. Oh, and my OBS is on the other screen. I gotta turn this on real quick. Yeah, I also think the other problem is some of these are marketed as certain things, and then they're the other thing. So I'm not 100% sure myself. Also, I'm going back to 2 monitors because you can't go back to 1. That's much better. That's totally fine, Sky Dancer. You can listen away. No, I didn't want to add the stream. I wanted to close it. Silly computer. So yeah, this is what the 40 looks like now. Most of the plants survived, and I still love these wild guys right there in the front. My all-time favorite fish I got for this tank, and those were on a whim. I knew virtually nothing about them until I ordered them, and then I started reading on them. But sadly, there's really not too much information on them. And I was going to get more. I wanted to get more for a bigger school. Of course, Wet Spot doesn't have any more, sadly. And I was told I was lucky that I got them in the first place, so I don't know that they'll have them again anytime soon. But that's fine. I'm supposed to be saving my money anyway. Of course not. Why would Google give us a direct answers then? Also, members that are here, it's looking like we're going to do a stream on the 26th. That's that Tuesday, right before I leave for Triple Crown. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. So hopefully you can be there. That's what most people said they could make one. And then there's these freaking random guppies that I couldn't get out of the tank to save my life before I put anything in it. I thought I got them all, and sadly I didn't. So I've got these stupid guppies that I wanted out of the tank, just stuck in limbo. I'm also thinking about some 10 gallons up here on this shelf. I should be able to fit 3 up here if I put them this way instead of this way. Leo, I'm going to tell Lisa I want all the blue rims, and you guys don't get any. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not actually how that works. Mike, what's going on, good sir? I loved the first episode of Reptiles. Me being a completely novice person when it comes to reptiles, it was nice to hear y'all's opinions on stuff. I was trying to ask some basic questions. True. That's why when we were doing papers in school, they always said don't use Wikipedia because anybody can go on and edit Wikipedia articles. So it would make sense. Same thing when it comes to Google. That's why whenever I Google anything, I read from like 4 or 5 different sources, and then I take all the pieces that match, and I'm going to assume that those pieces are the most consistent, so they must be the most factually correct. It will be kind of cool to have Bob on there, yes. Man, I really don't like that StreamYard's throttles down the focus to 720. Ugh, that's horrible. If any of my blue people would like to throw the Friday Reptiles up there, you're more than welcome to. Save you a little time there, Mark, right? Hey, Vanoski, what's going on? I'm going to try and move the camera slightly. It might fall over and crash and burn. Might as well feed them while I'm up, too. What are y'all thinking today? How about freeze-dried Daphnia with a mix of bug bites? Does that sound good? A little freeze-dried Daphnia and a mix of bug bites in there. So I'll throw some bottom pellets in there. I'll throw some tropical mix in there. We're also going to throw in some Hikari sinking carnivore pellets because the Corys go crazy for them, the Loaches, everybody goes crazy for them this time. So we got some of these to throw in there. About 4. Put a little Daphne in here too. And that's going to be our food. Yes, Zen. I have used the Imaginatarium sand. It's actually surprisingly clean. I used a small bag of their black sand when I did my 6-gallon. I ran it through a colander a couple times and it was fine. So, and yeah, Leo's right. It's way better than pool filter sand or play sand. Leo, when I had play sand for my planet tanks, I literally hours spent cleaning it and cleaning it. And by the time you're done, you lose half of it. You quadrupled. I will text her right now. I can't text her. I'm using my phone as my camera. You get a reprieve, Leo. Yeah, it doesn't take that long to rinse at all. Yeah, I've got it in my tank, and my only issue with it is it's extremely fine. So if you mix it with anything else, it's just going to slowly fall to the bottom. But if you're just using it, you should be fine. Hey, Aqua Balls, what's good? Actually, I might have just run it once per colander to get it wet because I like using sand when it's wet versus when it's dry. God, I can't get over how big the zigzag loach or zodiac loaches got since I got them. They're massive. I may not have my phone, but I have a Facebook. I can go on there right now and send her a message. Don't try me, Leo. Oh, Aqua Balls, I'm sorry. Is that the like brownish orange betta with a white trim to it? Aqua Balls, am I thinking of the right one? But yeah, I don't know if I like. I like that they have an open area to swim. I just think it looks a little desolate over there in that corner. I also might have been a little overzealous with the Daphne, but that's okay. You'll just slowly sink, and then the Corys will get some too. Okay, Aqua Balls, yeah. was trying to think. I remember seeing him, but I'm like, is that the same one I'm thinking of? Wow, Leo, you're really tempting me, huh? Well, there's only 6 left. You should jump on them before they're all gone. You never know when they're going to disappear, Leo. Also, I feel like the redirect thing is broken because my redirect won't let me add anybody to it. Hey, Depths Unknown, what's going on there, buddy? What? Why would Facebook need to translate from Japanese? There's nothing. Oh, whatever. Google confuses me sometimes. Nah, Leo, I don't have the space for 6 blue rooms anyway. Now, if it was 6 females, I would be like, yo, Elisa, let me do a blue rim sorority. She's probably listening right now, and she's going to send me an angry message being like, you can't do that. Yeah, I was trying to add different channels to the redirect thing, and it just wasn't working. So I'm going to have to look into it more and figure it out. Nah, I have to conserve my money. I'm running on low funds. I redid the math, and the dream of going to Dallas is probably not going to happen. Ended up having to get some car work done, so unless I can get $400 between now and Dallas, there's no way I can go. Even Triple Crown's going to deplete most of my funds at this point. Sure, Zen is very fancy. But I only ended up losing like one of those Hemiotis gracilis guys out of all of them. Once one died, I was petrified that they were all going to start slowly dropping dead. And thankfully, they all have made it. The rest of the 5 are doing great. I haven't impulse bought fish since I got the ones for this tank, honestly. Oh, snap, Mike out here getting more guests. If you guys are scheduled through September already, Mike, that's amazing. Sorry, I'm getting mesmerized by watching the fish, and I should be talking with chat. What's going on, chat? Zen, has anyone else gone live? I don't want to step on people since this was a pop-up, and I don't know when other people stream anymore. It's not a dead fish, is it? No. The reflection scared me there for a second. I thought that was a dead fish in the upper left, but it's just a glare. Gina's doing a pop-up too. All right. There's a lot of impromptu lives going on. Let's see. It looks like Gina's live. It looks like KJE is live. Weasel's live. So I'm only going to go for about, I don't know, 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll throw it to one of them. Since you guys are going to see me tomorrow anyway with Ed. The other thing I like about these Higer dual sponge filters is the pressure, the flow that comes out of them is not too great. So it's fairly mild up there. The only problem is the other one fell over, so it's... Gina's live right now, Bunny Viper. So like I said, we're only going to go for about 5 or 6 more minutes, and then we're going to throw it over there. I know, right? Mark, we should all schedule our pop-ups so it's not actually a pop-up. Yeah, doesn't Corvus go at like 4 or something or whatever? I don't know. I can't keep up. Like I said, I only did this because I was texting Zen, and I'm like, where's the live streams? So I figured I would do a quickie. So thank you for the 16 people that showed up, hanged out for a little while. Those lamp-eye tetras got nice and big. This tank, the only next fish aside from maybe some more cories that'll be added to this tank, hey Jess, what's going on, is going to be a puffer. This tank, once fish get big enough, so probably in the mid-fall, before it gets too cold, after the extreme heats are gone, we're going to put a Congo puffer in here, a spotted Congo puffer. I talked to Fantastic Freaks when I was in Tennessee for Aquaticon. Asked him about it, and he said it should be fine in this tank. The fish should be big enough. So we can't put any smaller nano stuff in there. What's in here is what's in here. So the spotted Congo puffer is going to be the next addition to this tank in the fall. Then I'm going to be leaving in like 4 or 5 minutes. A real shark? No, I won't get a real shark. Yeah, let me get like a multi-1,000-gallon pond, and I'll put some bull sharks in it. I'll make it brackish water. We'll put bull sharks and mollies in it. How's that sound, Leo? But like, look at the size of those albino cories. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with them. Those are from Veteran Aquatics, and he was like, they're fully grown. I was like, okay, if they're here, like at 3:30 before I'm getting ready to leave, they were still there, so I went back and bought them. And even the bronze cories I got from them, some were big, some were small. They're stunning too. So hopefully, maybe they'll lay some eggs, and I'll get some fishes. Yeah, that's the only, like, that's, I wouldn't want an actual bull shark, but I wouldn't need that much salt since they can't go in both. Mike, if you're still here, Aquaballs is saying September 2nd is good for them. I just realized this tank is mostly all tetras, which is fine by me. Also, did you guys see the video Dr. Anthony put out on Amazon Center? It's a tank with just crap ton of neons. It was beautiful. Actually, I probably should have done that in this tank. Just a giant school of neons would have looked beautiful too. There's so many tanks I want to do. I don't have the space for all of them. But I do think 40 breeders is my new favorite size tank. I really want to tear down the community. Wait, I gotta go this way. I really want to tear down the community tank at some point when I, have funds and make that a 40 breeder because I don't like the height on it. I like the height of the 40 breeders better than the regular 40 gallon or 39. There, I couldn't remember the number. I knew it was the thousands. 10,000 neons. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm also a stickler for neons and smaller tetras, so. True, Cardinals would be good too, Zen. Though Cardinals do have a shorter lifespan than the neons. Yeah, I saw. I was like, oh. Now, did you just collect the water from the river and put that in the tank, or did you? Is that just regular water? That's. See, I was gonna do discus, but then I didn't think it would be big enough, and now I'm kind of regretting doing it. I wonder how discus and those hemiotis would have gotten along. All right, Zen. Zen, at least you can understand me when I type. Reservoir, okay. There was a piece of driftwood in there, though. I'm assuming that's what all the tannins were coming from then. Also, this tank, I thought all my Adolfo Corys died. The second I threw the albinos in, they all came out of the woodwork. I was amazed. I was like, oh, you guys are still in here. Oh, no, aquaballs. Was it a heater malfunction or something? See, when you say reservoir, I'm thinking like a fresh drinking water reservoir, not like an actual. I'm assuming like by reservoir you mean like a dam. Oof, that really do stink, aquaballs. I have so far, knock on wood, not had any heater malfunctions to that extreme. The only thing I had one of my cheapo Amazon heaters was reading 78 or 80, but the dang water was not that hot, so I think it just the heater element was bad. I really do have to trim this Java moss. Holy crap. I'll have to show you guys that one day. But the only problem is the light reflects off it, so I have to turn the light off. Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, I've not done the Aquariums. Most all of my at least heaters that I set are all top fin. And then the only other kind I use is the presets. And those are either top fin or a brand I found on Amazon that, like I said, knock on wood, have been fine. Hey Aaron, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Like I tried to get an Aquarium heater and it came in broken. So I gave up. Do you mean the dark waters then? Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I clicked the wrong person. Then you mean this stuff right here? Yeah, this will do the same thing as regular almond leaves and stuff. It will lower it slowly too. Oh, he lost his pen. That sucks, Debbie. I'm so sorry for him. But yeah, this stuff works the same way. The only difference between what you're going to get between this and the actual leaves is this is just been turned into liquid. I would assume they like boil the leaves or something to get the tannins out like a tea bag, and then they just bottle it. That would be my general assumption. As I pull another box of what else is in here. I don't even know what's in here anymore. Oh, I got my beta guard in here. My fishless fuel, which I haven't gotten to use this yet. Oh yeah, I would not use this in anything over 5 gallons. I buy this just for my smaller tanks. I only keep this on hand if I notice, the bettas are getting stressed out or anything. I'll throw this in there just as a quicker thing than letting it leach itself. Let me. Nope. Did I put it in here? Where did I put my? I have lost something. Oh, here it is. It fell. Oh, come here, you. So I've not actually tested it to see what the actual effects is. I just know it does the same thing as the leaves. Let me see if I can really quickly do a test. I'll do this. It does look like vinegar when you pour it. But yeah, it's not a lot. I think it's only 5 milliliters. Where is it? So it's 5 milliliters per gallon, and it gives you 1 part per million tannin. So it's going to be an extremely gradual reduction. Honestly, it's probably cheaper just to get the actual leaves and throw those in. But if you can't get the leaves and you're in a pinch and you can't find any other botanicals, it is the next best thing. And if you're only going to be keeping like one betta fish, I don't see why you wouldn't want to just keep a little on hand. But I use it purely as a medicinal thing if I'm going to be using it at all, personally. Okay. I bought myself a pH pen and a TDS pen. I don't think the pH pen really works at all. Even after it's calibrated, the TDS one seems to work better. But I didn't expect too much from, Amazon. Even after calibrating this, I don't think it works right because it doesn't match up at all to my chemicals. I mean, you could also just use rainwater, add that to your tank too. That'll help lower it or soften it. You could just put a piece of driftwood in a bucket of water and let it sit there for a while and leach out. Pour some really warm water in a bucket and throw a piece of driftwood in there. Let it leach all those good stuff out and then dump it in. But it's going to be a gradual, slow decline. Peat moss would work if you want to put that in like a pantyhose or something. True. I never thought about it. Everyone always says use rainwater to lower your pH, but depending on what you live near, if you got too many, I would not say use rainwater if you're in Los Angeles because you probably get nothing but smoggy acid crap. Anyway, we have gone far later than I anticipated. I believe there's a couple people that are live. Let me just double check. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. You've got Gina Reef that's live. You've got Buizel that's live. And then you've also got KJE that's live. So I'm going to say, why don't you guys go check them out? Again, KJE, Buizel, and Gina Reef are all live. You guys can head over there, hang out with them. I've done my part. I filled in for a little while. Thank you all for hanging out. See you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock with Ed. Dang it, Misfit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.